今日のお話はかぐや姫 Today's story is Kaguyahime, the Bamboo Princess.
Kaguyahime, the Bamboo Princess.
Once there lived a very poor old man who managed to make a living by cutting bamboo and weaving it into baskets. One day, as he was walking into a grove, he saw something glowing in the bottom of a big bamboo tree.
How strange. What could that be?
He cut the tree open and found a tiny little girl inside. The old man picked her up gently in his hands and hurried home with her.
Look what I found, good wife. A beautiful little girl. She must have been sent to us from heaven.
My, what a lovely child! The old woman was just as pleased as her husband. The little girl grew up very fast, just like the bamboo in which she had been found. She became bigger, stronger, and more beautiful each day. The old man took her to a famous scholar in the capital, who gave her the name Kaguyahime, the Bamboo Princess. From that time on, whenever the old man cut down a bamboo tree,
Jingle jangle jingle.
he found precious gold coins inside. The princess became renowned for her beauty, and many people gathered to catch a glimpse of her. They came not only from villages and towns nearby, but from distant provinces as well. They peered over hedges, they climbed up trees, and they went up on the neighbor's roof just to see her. Some of them even asked for her hand in marriage. But the bamboo princess always said no. Still, there were 5 princes who would not give up.
Please, give the princess to me. No, to me.
They argued among themselves and begged the bamboo princess's father to choose one of them. But her father was also firm and said no. Finally, Kaguyahime addressed the suitors. Since you 5 gentlemen will not accept my refusal, I shall make a request of each of you. The man who is able to bring me what I ask for shall become my husband. She spoke to the first prince. I want you to go to India and bring the stone bowl of the Buddha back to me.
Did you say India?
The first prince was very surprised. It would take him 3 years just to go there and come back. And so, instead of making the long journey, he went to a nearby temple and brought back a dirty, dusty bowl that he found there. No, why, this bowl doesn't shine as it should. When she saw it, the bamboo princess knew right away that it was not the Buddha's bowl. The second prince was asked to go to China and bring back a tree with a golden trunk, silver roots, and pearl-like fruit. He was also too lazy to make the long journey and went to a goldsmith instead, asking him to make a tree just like the one the bamboo princess had described. But when the prince went to the bamboo princess with the tree, the goldsmith followed him and said,
You still haven't paid me for making this.
So the princess knew that it wasn't the real tree. Next, she asked the third prince to bring her a robe made from the skin of the white volcano rat, found only in China. The prince left for China right away and had a merchant find the garment for him. My, did you really find the robe? Now we must put it into the fire. If it is really made from the skin of the white volcano rat, it should not burn. But when the princess put the robe into the fire, whoosh, the beautiful garment burst into flames, and the prince was left with a pile of ashes. The princess looked into his eyes. What a shame! If I had known it wasn't the real thing, I wouldn't have put it into the fire. The fourth prince was asked to bring the princess a beautiful 5-colored jewel worn around the neck of the dragon of the sea. The prince ordered his men to search for the jewel, but they were terrified and refused to go. So the princess got on a ship and set off to look for the dragon all alone. Hadn't gone far when,
Boom! Crash!
he met with a terrible storm, and his ship overturned. He returned to the princess alive, but without the jewel. The fifth prince was asked to bring the bamboo princess a cowrie shell from a swallow's nest. He set a ladder up against the side of a wall.
I found it! I found it! Oh no! What's this?
The prince was so surprised by what he found that he fell tumbling to the ground. What he thought was a cowrie shell was actually the swallow's droppings. Finally, the stories about the bamboo princess reached the emperor's ears.
I would like to meet this famous princess.
And so, pretending that he was on his way to a hunt, he made a stop at her home.
Bamboo princess, would you come and live with me at my place?
Please forgive me, Your Majesty. I know it is a great honor, but I cannot obey your wish.
Come now. Don't be so modest.
But you see, Your Majesty, I cannot make my home in this earthly world. Seeing that the princess had made up her mind, the emperor nodded sadly and returned to his palace alone. Soon, spring had passed, and it was summer. At night, the bamboo princess would look up at the moon with tears in her eyes.
What's the matter, dear daughter? Is something wrong with you?
Please don't worry about me, Father. I'm just fine. The days went by, and the silver of a new moon appeared in the sky, then the half moon. And before long, it was the night before the full moon would appear. The bamboo princess began to weep again. I never told you this before, dear mother and father, but I came to you from the moon. Tomorrow, on the night of the full moon, I must return to my home in the heavens, but it makes me so sad to have to say goodbye to you. In desperation, the old man and old woman went to the emperor and begged him to keep the bamboo princess from being taken away. The emperor told them,
Very well. I will send 2,000 soldiers to protect her.
Finally, the night of the full moon arrived. The old woman stayed inside with the bamboo princess and held her hands very tightly. The old man had closed the door and was standing guard outside. The emperor's soldiers were on the roof, in the garden, and outside of the wall surrounding the house, ready to defend Kaguyahime. Suddenly, the full moon grew very bright, and the night became as light as day. The beautiful angels, riding on rainbow-colored clouds, descended from the heavens to take the bamboo princess home with them. The soldiers prepared to shoot their arrows, but the heavenly light was so bright that they could not open their eyes. Their hands became numb, and they could not draw their swords. The door, which had been firmly closed, swung open, and the bamboo princess began to walk out alone towards the heavenly carriage. Dear daughter, are you going to leave your mother and father behind? Wait, please!
Bamboo princess, please don't go.
The old man and old woman cried out to her in tears. Please take this, dear parents. It is a magic potion that'll make you live forever. I hope that you will both stay well always. Then the heavenly carriage rose up and up into the sky, carrying the bamboo princess away.
Now that we have lost our daughter to the heavens, there is no reason for us to live forever.
That's right, dear husband. Let us take the potion up to the mountain closest to heaven and burn it there.
Yes, let's do that. the smoke from the fire may rise up to where our dear bamboo princess Kaguyahime lives.
And so, the old couple climbed to the top of the highest mountain in Japan and burned the magic potion there. Since that time, the mountain has come to be known as Mount Fuji, which means the mountain that lives forever.
Oshimai.
The end.
Arigatou gozaimashita!
Thank you for watching our RoHoEn video. We will continue creating more fun Japanese cultural programs.
Please subscribe! また見てね! See you next time!